Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests. My name is Marla Fernandez, and I'm back because I want to talk about freedom. How many here watching my video love freedom? Comment below and let me know. I love freedom. Too. Let me share with you my experience. I'm a first-generation American. My parents and grandparents fled Fidel Castro's regime for freedom. When they arrived in America, they never envisioned themselves living here permanently. They thought that it would be short-lived and they'd go home again. So they raised my brothers and I in the Cuban culture and the American culture. And the Cubans in Miami created a sort of dual society. But their vision of going home never materialized. And they saw themselves stuck in a new country, longing for days old. Let me tell you what freedom means. But first, raise your hand if you want to tell me what freedom means to you. Or actually comment below. And I will respond. We all have the same desire for freedom. It's not a hard definition to make. Now, let me tell you some freedom principles that we Americans value. The first principle is human equality, and it's best explained through the lens of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are endowed by their Creator that all men are equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have a right in America to be treated the same based on what we do. And government has no right to give freedom in America. Second principle. The government's purpose is to secure those natural rights, those that you were born with. Principle 3, government is supposed to protect those rights. The right to life, liberty, and property. Those are the rights to have your own opinion and the right to choose your destiny. But they don't have the right to give you or take away rights. With these natural rights comes self-regulation. For without self-regulation, we can hurt other people. And then we will need a dictator to rule over us. Principle 4, the government is limited. It has limited powers. And right now, our government is unlimited because us Americans have been asleep at the wheel. We aren't asserting our rights and our voices and governing the government. But in a self-regulating society like America, the people closest to the problem are the ones closest and able to solve the problem. For example, we have a problem in our schools. We have mental health issues and illiteracy problems. And I'm a homeschool mom. I'm the one closest to my child. I bore him. I carried him for 9 months. I have the natural right to raise and train my child in the way he should go. My right is absolute because it's a natural right that I was born with, that government must protect. Government must not interfere and control my right to raise my children, as they are doing currently, right now, under the dome in Colorado. Principle 5, our form of government is a constitutional republic. It means we individuals indirectly consent to be governed by law. So you better read the Constitution and know what laws you are consenting to, you are agreeing to. Principle 6, we have a rule of law. And believe it or not, it took me 30 years to understand what is the rule of law. But the rule of law is a guide for elected representatives, elected officials. It keeps them in check so they don't interfere with your individual rights. We have equal protection, Principle 7. officials need to protect each one of us individually when they make law. And they need to adhere to the Constitution. But right now, they're not doing that. They're not protecting the individual. They're making laws and protecting the collective interest. In conclusion, let's not take freedom for granted. It's a precious gift. And it requires you to keep watch and work at it. Work for it. Or it will be gone as quickly as it was gone for my parents and grandparents. And we don't have another country to flee to. So today I urge you, each one of you, to take action. Speak up and testify at your local school board meetings, at your city council meetings, or advocate for policies that protect individual rights. And stand against government oppression in all forms. Love individual rights. And let's stand. Let's start the foundation for freedom by self-regulating ourselves and electing people who will listen and know what they're doing. Together, we can build a society where freedom flourishes for all, regardless of race. And our elected representatives respect and listen to the individuals they represent, no matter the party they belong to or they serve. The time for action is now. Will you join me in this fight for freedom? Thank you, and please don't forget to nominate Marla Fernandez for House District 3. Vote for me. I will respect and listen to you. Thank you. And don't forget to buy my book at Amazon. Thank you very much. Until next time, this book will enlighten you and share and tell you about the Cuban experience and how they lost their freedom. And it will explain what is inside totalitarianism, the anatomy and physiology from a Cuban perspective. Buy it today and support Marla Fernandez.